Hello everybody and welcome back to the Little King story playthrough! So last time we began the God UFO quest. We also took on a whole bunch, well, a single UFO, and it was slightly terrifying, but we took it on and it was fine. And we didn't actually lose anybody. And I am so very, very grateful that that happened, because I had to do 2 or 3 takes of that particular fight, because it just did not go well for me, let's put it that way. So, because this was a new recording session, I couldn't quite remember whether I had lost anybody during the previous fight, so I thought, let's go check the beach, just in case. And it'll all be fine. Although I have to say, I noticed, or have noticed, in recording later parts down the line, that there can be a slight glitchiness with the over there beach. So that's its proper name. And because basically what happens is that some of your citizens will die, and then they won't turn up on the beach, but they will still be back with you as part of your team, sort of. I don't know if it's because I was waking up at the wrong time for people to be washing ashore at that moment in time, or what, but it was certainly very, very strange. But either way, we have got 65 paintings into ginger, so there are only 35 remaining. And, oh! I never noticed that there. How very peculiar. And I'm finally getting to use my attack move. Been wanting to do that for bloody ever! Because when you're on your own, you can do that. Oh, I suppose I did do it in the nature maze in the Egan civilization. But yeah, it's a fun little thing to be able to do. I can never remember which button does it, and I'm pretty sure that it only comes into effect once you are outside of your kingdom. And I think, actually, you can only really do it when you've got no party members, because I think it's the same button as... It's not the same button as disband. I think it's C for some reason, but either way, it's not really important, and it's not really what we're here for today. Today we are going to, I believe, do a little bit of hunting, try and bring in a little bit more dough, because we do still need it at this point, because we've got more things to build. Just gonna rejig my party a little bit, because I want to make sure I've got the best possible team, highest health and all that, and it's going to be fine. And then we will most definitely be coming back and dealing with the God UFO quest. It's one of those annoying ones because you've got to do it off different nights. It doesn't have to be consecutive, I don't think. Whilst the quest is active, Shizuka will constantly just go to the bridge every night, and if you talk to her, it'll progress it. If not, I don't think it matters. But either way, I think that just about does it, our team. I can't wait for the day that we get up to the maximum party, because that will be a wonderful one, because the max we can go up to is 30, I think. And that's great because it means you've got a lot more options in how you tackle things. It also means that you can bring more citizen types with you, so when we eventually have enough to pay for gig grinds, we'll have them. When we eventually have enough to get... Well, we'll be able to have multiple miners, multiple farmers, multiple lumberjacks, multiple everything, really, if we want to. Because they're all going to come majorly in handy as we progress. Because, I mean, seriously, it's going to be insane. And That was a disaster. But yes, what we wanted to come up here for was that hole, because it has some goodies for us. So we definitely want to be digging it up. I don't know how I didn't come here and dig it up. Like, it seems like one of the things that I would have spotted in my walking around the kingdom. But nope, just missed it every single bleeding time. I mean, there's a few other things that I've just completely blanked on in terms of their location, because there is a treasure located behind one of the shopping arcades in Farmland, which I won't be picking up for far too long, shall we say. Like, ridiculously far too long. As in, end of the game is how long it's going to take me to realise that that's there. She's just like, oh, my days past me. Seriously, what was your thought process? It doesn't really make much sense. But, oh well, you can't always plan these things. They just sort of happen organically. And please tell me that was... I can't bloody do anything with this sort of money. I need more! Need more, damn it. I suppose I'm going to have to go try taking on a king, aren't I? Because, I mean, at this point in the game, your best bet for raising money is to take on the kings. And then there'll eventually come a point where money becomes no object to anything. Because you will have so much, you'll have built everything, and it'll just keep piling up and piling up. And while it's great, don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. It's a pain. 'Cause... yeah, really can't be doing with this. Anyway, Shizuka's here, hanging about again, as bloody usual. She's a little bit balmy, is Shizuka, eh? But, oh, now this is interesting, because we have Ganymedean Giant, Callistan Paramecium, and European Ichthyoid. I feel I need to divulge some of these. So, Ganymede is a divine hero from Troy. He was the son of Tros of Dardania, from whose name Troy was supposedly derived, and of Caliro, the daughter of the river god Scamander. His brothers were Ilus and Assaracus. In one version of the myth, he is abducted by Zeus in the form of an eagle to serve as a cupbearer in Olympus. He's described by Homer as the most beautiful of mortals. So, I mean, this is a little bit from the Iliad. Ganymede was the loveliest born of the race of mortals, and therefore the gods court him away to themselves to be Zeus's wine pourer for the sake of his beauty, so he might be among the immortals. So, essentially, it was the myth of Ganymede was a model for the Greek social custom of paiderastia, which is the socially acceptable erotic relationship between an adult male and an adolescent male. So, yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? So the Callistan Paramecium. So Callisto was a nymph of Lycan, or Lysan, or something along those lines. She was transformed into a bear and set among the stars, and she was the bear mother of the Arcadians through her son Arcus. And the name Callist, with a K, means most beautiful. And it's meant to be like an epithet of the goddess herself, and yeah, so she's all to do with the heavens and all that sort of stuff. A paramecium, oddly enough, or paramecium, or no, I think I am okay saying paramecium. Basically, it's a unicellular stylated protozoan. So basically, it's it's an organism. It's very tiny and also quite important. So it's a very odd thing. And then, last but not least, we have Europa. So Europa in Greek mythology was the mother of King Minos of Crete, a woman of Phoenician origin of high lineage, and for whom the continent of Europe was named. Essentially what happened to her was she was abducted by Zeus in the form of a white bull, and that was a Cretan story. And the earliest literary reference to her is in the Iliad. I think there are other references to her. I mean, essentially, the etymology of her name is wide. Well, the Eurus bit is wide or broad. The ops is eye or face, so it's broad eyes or wide face, which is it's fair enough. So the big thing, with quite a few of these people, is that they got abducted by Zeus. And yeah, but then the ichthyoid, which should be a little bit easier to explain, basically just means resembling a fish or fish-like, or in the noun form, basically any fish-like vertebrate. So anything that's like a fish and has a spine. So very odd, Shizuka, but okay. We are down with that. So we've finally finished Verd's money quest. You reach this point and she asks for the money, but she's not really taking the piss. She's just like, look mate, I don't need any more of your dough. I think I'm all good at this point. Which makes me very happy, because it can be not very pleasant, because as you will see, because Verd's stuff's relatively cheap. Liam, on the other hand, not so much. He's extorting every little penny out of us, and it's frustrating. Right, I think time to head back to bed, because we finished the God Quest, so that's good. That makes me happy. Sorry, I glazed over the completion of the God Quest because I was too busy talking mythology. I get carried away a little bit too much. But yes, at this point, essentially the only thing left for us to work towards is completing Liam's final money quest, because that is what I want to do. No. There's a few things here. I don't know what I want to do to end this part. We should probably do something. Quite a few big quests, because we are going to have to pay Liam quite a bit in the near future, so yeah, we'll want to do that. Well, I mean, we still need to do that quest for Liam, and now I think I was just like, what quests do I want to do? Do I want to end on a quest? How do I want to go about this end of the day? Because there's not many options, but there's a lot. But there's too many options. It's very confusing. But oh, yes! So after a little while of having beaten the Worrywart Kingdom, an Egan will immigrate to the kingdom. And that's just wonderful, because it actually means that we can do stuff. So you may have seen a whole bunch of eggs littered around the Worrywart Kingdom, and it's questionable, shall we say, of what they were, how you get rid of them. The answer is the Egan. And the Egans are the start of a few unique citizen classes. They've got very specific jobs to do, i.e. there is an obstacle that none of your other soldiers can get rid of, and the Egan will get rid of it. Which is great. But they're not exactly too strong, so yeah. But anyway, the animals have all been taken away from the kingdom, which is really sad. But Shizuka is telling us we need to save the animals. We don't have the option to kill them. To be fair, don't think I would anyway. So we are going to go save the animals from the aliens. This game just gets weirder and weirder and weirder by the day. And I mean, it really does get weirder and weirder by the day because some of the things we're gonna have to do. Because we've still got the Primetime Kingdom to take on at this point. We've still got the Tiptoe Kingdom to take on at this point. And we've still got New Island to take on at this point. So, it's bound to be completely bonkers. Like, really, seriously, well and truly out of its mind bonkers. Now, I believe there was a quest over in the... well, not necessarily a quest in the Edgar Kingdom. But if we head over through this gate, then we are where we fought King Omelette. And there's a UFO here, which is obviously part of the quest that we've literally just picked up. So, I mean, it's a very simple quest for the most part. It's just find the UFOs scattered around the world, send everyone to give it a bit of a whack, and they will be able to lift up finally, and they will return our lovely animals. There's a grand total of 14 of these to pick up. Obviously, well, what happens with pretty much every single Princess Quest is that you can do everything bar one, and then once you've got all of the others, then the final one will become available to you in a quest. And that's fine by me, because it means you are much more aware that, okay, the quest is coming to its close now. And also sometimes they give you a few more specifics of a location or something to do, and that's all very, very helpful. And I don't quite know what I'm doing at present. Past me? What? Oh! I know. If you look at the little mini-map, there is a UFO hidden over here in the clearing. There's a few really nice, easy ones to get. Some of them are a little bit more of a pain. There's quite a few located in Skull Plains, as you'd expect considering its size. But yes, I mean, just the UFOs are bonkers because just the sound. It's like the weirdest sound ever. It just makes me cringe every time because it's just like woo, woo. It's just like, oh, stop, please stop. It's driving me balmy. But I think that I didn't go do that quest. I probably should go try and maybe do that one. That might be helpful. Bring in a bit more dough. So, jump cannon it is, and this day will continue in the next part. Whew.